It wasn't until the moment she was diagnosed with terminal cancer that the woman finally realized her entire 24 years of life had been lived for others. At home, she had been the perfect lady her parents flaunted to the outside world, a pawn used by her family for marriage alliances. After marriage, she dutifully fulfilled her role as a wife, personally taking care of her husband, managing everything herself. Yet because it was a business marriage, her husband had always treated her as a spy planted by his stepmother, keeping his distance, never letting her in. She thought this would be the rest of her life, until the medical report shattered everything. Looking back on more than 20 years, she couldn't recall a single moment of genuine happiness, had never once experienced what it felt like to be truly loved. Now that her life had a ticking clock, she decided, for the first time, to live for herself. She started by getting a haircut she actually liked. When she returned home, she began reviewing her finances. Just then, the housekeeper informed her that her husband would return from his business trip in half an hour, and she should prepare dinner. She replied calmly, "Let the maid cook," then added, "Just for me." The housekeeper was taken aback. "You're not cooking for him yourself?" she said. "He's not a child." The housekeeper suggested having the maid make a meal for two, so she could dine with her husband. But she responded, "He didn't tell me he was going on a trip, nor did he inform me he was coming back. Why should I wait for him? I've spoiled him too much in the past." The housekeeper was in disbelief, muttering under her breath that the woman seemed like a different person altogether. Sure enough, when the husband returned, he noticed something was off right away. She used to greet him at the door, help him change shoes, take his coat, but now, she lounged on the couch, not even glancing up. "You didn't know I was coming back today?" he asked. Still focused on her tablet, she replied, "You didn't tell me." He asked if she had eaten already, why she didn't wait. "I was hungry, so I ate," she said, then picked up her fruit bowl and headed upstairs. He stood there, stunned by this unfamiliar version of his wife. Was she changing tactics? The next day, his younger brother came to report on company matters, and noticed the woman wasn't around to greet him. He asked where she was, then reminded his brother that she was supposedly a spy sent by their stepmother, meant to extract corporate secrets. The husband replied that there was no evidence of her having contact with the stepmother. Still, the brother warned him to remain cautious. The stepmother had always wanted to unseat him as heir. He even remarked how well the woman had kept up the act. 2 years of marriage and not a single slip. Little did they know, she was never a spy at all. Just then, she came downstairs. Both brothers were momentarily stunned. Even the housekeeper couldn't help but compliment her. "Going out? You look beautiful today, madam," the brother whispered to his sibling. "What's going on with her? She's totally different." Later, while the husband left the table, the younger brother mocked her again, saying she was just a spy and could never be truly loved. She didn't want to argue and turned to leave, but he blocked her way, ready to start a fight. Before things escalated, the husband returned and firmly ordered his brother to apologize. Once she heard the apology, she smiled in satisfaction and was ready to go, but the husband stopped her, reminding her it was the day of the family gathering.